drinking so much champagne.
Alright, welcome back to my channel. I did my brows off camera using this ColourPop brow pencil, and then I cleaned them up and concealed my lids with my LA Girl Pro Conceal. Then I set them with a little bit of powder and did a little dance. Now to give my brow bone a slight highlight, I'm going to use my LA Colors Iced Pigment Powder in the shade Glowing. And then I'm going to go right in with my Maybelline X Shayla City Mini palette and get right to work. So the first shade I'm going to use is this reddish satin shade in the palette, and I'm going to use that on a fluffy blending brush all throughout my crease and up the transition area very close to my brow bone. Taking a bit more dense blending brush, I'm using that same shade, and I'm going to pack it onto the outer corner of my lid as well as the inner corner and start to build up a bit of a spotlight shape. And I realized my lips were a bit dry, so I went in with my Rosebud salve to give them a little bit of moisture and prep them for my lip color later. And then got right back into the eye look. So I'm just building up that crease shade and the outer V as well as the inner corner. And then taking the satin black shade from that palette, I'm going to pack that over the same areas in the outer V and inner corner of my eyes, as well as taking it into the crease right above the middle of my lid, leaving the middle of my lid blank because I want to build up that halo or spotlight shape and just leave it blank so that I can pack on my shimmery color later. Using this bronzy shade from the palette, I'm going to take that on a flat brush and wet my brush so that I get the most color payoff and shimmer effect. And I'm just going to pack that onto the center of my lid that was left bare, and I'm going to blend it out towards the inner corner and outer V and just kind of soften out that halo shape. Now to blend out the edges of that halo on my eye, I'm going back into the red shade or more of like a burnt terracotta shade, and I'm just going to blend the edges out into the deep outer V and inner corner around that shape. Now to build up the highlight on the center of my lid, I'm going back into that LA Colors Iced Pigment Powder, and I'm just taking a tiny amount and packing it onto the center of my lid again with a wet brush so I get the most color payoff. And I'm just going to give it the most shine that I can and just keep that centered on the lid instead of blending it out. Now I'm going to do a wing line off camera and come back with my lashes. Now for my lashes, I'm using my Lash Kitty lashes today in the style Hypnotic, and they are definitely my fave right now, so I recommend you check them out. And then for mascara, I'm going in with my L'Oreal Voluminous Miss Manga mascara, and I'm just applying that to my natural lashes to blend them in with the falsies, and later I'm going to use that on the bottom after I finish my lower lash line. Now to conceal my dark circles, I'm using my NYX Dark Circle Concealer, and I'm just patting that on with my finger to give it a little bit of warmth and blend it out. And for foundation today, I'm mixing these two from Maybelline and LA Girl to get a shade that's close enough to match my chest and everything else. And I'm just going to blend that out with my Real Technique stippling brush, which is another brush that's very affordable. And any other brushes that I use in the tutorial that are under $10, I'll go ahead and mention those below for you all in the description box. To give my face a bit more dimension, I'm using my cream contour kit from Radiance, and I'm taking that contour shade, just packing that under my cheekbone, under my jawline, and around my hairline. And I'm also going to add a bit of that LA Girl Pro Conceal in the shade Toast, which is close to my skin color, and blend that out with the contour shade. To highlight my face, I'm going in the shade Toffee, which is the same shade I use to clean up my brows and prime my lids. And I'm just going to apply that under my eye and across the center of my face. Then I'm going to blend all of that out with my Real Technique sponge. To set my highlight, I'm going back into that Maybelline Fit Me Loose powder. And what's funny about this powder is the first time I used it, I had a terrible result, and I really regretted paying for it, and I just felt like it wasn't going to work for me. But I think it was just not mixing with the particular concealer I used that day. But here, it gave me a beautiful finish, and now I see what everyone is talking about when they say they really swear by this powder. So it's amazing. I definitely recommend it. And to set those contour areas and give them a bit more depth, now I'm taking the powder kit from Radiance True Complexion series, and I'm taking that contour shade that you see on the left and just going over everywhere that I put the cream contour. Now I'm just blending away any excess powders that I have on my face, and then I'm going to go in with my Badescu facial spray to kind of bring back some moisture to all of this powder and blend it together so that it looks more like a skin-like finish. Now to finish my lower lash line, I'm taking that purple shade on the Maybelline City Bitty palette, and I'm just going to buff that along my lower lash line using that packing brush or smudging brush, and then I'm going to use a fluffier brush to blend it all out and blow it out. And now for my inner corner, I'm taking this yellow golden shade from the Maybelline and Shayla palette, and I'm just going to use a tiny brush to add that to my inner corner to bring more light there and add a little pop of shimmer. For my waterline, I'm taking my LA Girl Glide pencil and I'm just going to apply a bit of that. And then I'm going to bring some more color to my cheeks using this Nicka K New York Blush Duo, and taking the peachy shade, I'm just going to apply that to my cheeks. And at first it was so pigmented, like I wasn't meaning to put that much color on there, but I ended up fixing it later and blending it out. But I definitely recommend these blushes. They're super affordable and you do get a nice color payoff. Then I'm going to take the highlight shade from that black Radiance kit that I used earlier, the powder one, and I'm just going to add a soft highlight to my face. Now this definitely isn't a blinding highlight, and I'm sure there are some affordable blinding highlights you can find, maybe the Maybelline Master Chrome, but I don't own that one, so this one worked for the look that I was doing. Okay, for my lips, I'm going to prime them first with my NYX lip primer just to prep them and make sure that my liquid lipstick doesn't settle into my lines as much. And then I'm going to line my lips with this dark brown NYX lip pencil. And lastly, I'm going to go in with my NYX Lip Lingerie in the shade Teddy. The formula for the lip lingeries I'm definitely a fan of, so I do recommend checking them out, and they have great nude colors for the lip lingeries. So that's the rest of my look, and if you all enjoy it, please give this a thumbs up and leave a comment if you'd like. I look forward to seeing you all recreate this. Make sure you tag me if you do, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!
Rock your world, yeah, you see. Never lie when I start. Yeah, I keep it G. I'll keep her so discreet, low key, low key. But you